Hi guys, my name is Bill, and what I want to show you today is how to troubleshoot your gas stove where the top burners aren't lighting, where one of the burners may not be lighting or all of the burners may not be lighting. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you an idea of what parts work, how they work, what they look like, and how to troubleshoot them. So here we go. Now basically what happens when you turn your burner knob to the light position, that sends a signal to the spark modulator. The spark modulator will then send the spark to one of the burners that are lighting. Now if you turn one burner to light it, all the burners on the top are going to spark. So one problem that you could have is starting from left to right. You turn the far left burner, it clicks, second one clicks, third one does not click when you turn it to light, but the fourth one does. Now that's a pretty simple problem to troubleshoot right there. If say 3 out of the 4 are clicking and there's one that's not clicking, the part that you're going to have bad, or the part that's going to be defective, is called the igniter wiring harness. Most of the time why these igniter wiring harnesses go bad is when you spill something over the burners, runs down onto the knobs, shorts this out inside. This here is no longer going to work. Another thing that can happen is the little shaft in the center here that turns with the shaft of the burner valve. Sometimes this will strip out. It's got one flat side and of course the rest of it's round to match the profile, the end of the valve here. So it's possible that this could have rounded out. So you might have a problem where instead of clicking at the light position, it might click when you have it on 5. Or when you turn the burner off, it may continue to click when it's turned off. And if you wiggle the knob back and forth or spin it around a few times, it may click at a different spot, instead of off or whatever. I've run into that a few times. That's always this, igniter wiring harness. They all come daisy chained together. Basically voltage is going to come in one end of this, and no matter which burner you turn on, it's going to cause all the burners to spark. So one of these can fail, but the other ones will still light. What you could do is if you had, say, your front right burner, you turned it to the light position, no click. But while you have that on, if you turned another burner to the light position, then the front right burner would light, because the igniter wiring harness is good on the other burner, so it's going to create all the cause all the burners to click and light your front right burner. So I hope you understand that. So if you have one burner that's not clicking when you turn it to the light position, but the other ones are, this is what you're going to have to replace. So there's problem number 1 you could have. Now problem number 2 that you could have is when you turn all your burners on from left to right, you turn them on, it clicks, next one over clicks, they all click, but you have one burner that doesn't actually click or throw a spark at the burner. Now that's going to be something different. What you're going to end up having a problem with there is your spark modulator. When you turn one burner on, all the top burners are going to click. If you have one burner that's not showing a spark, then chances are the lead that comes off the spark modulator is not sending the voltage out to create the spark at the burner. So in that case, you would have a bad spark modulator. Now the last thing I'm going to show you about here is when you turn a burner on, it clicks, you can see the spark at the burner, but that burner doesn't light. And what I'm going to do is show you the burner and what you would probably want to clean on that burner to create it, to get it to light again. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull the grate off, pull the burner off, and if you look real close to where the electrode is on the burner, a little bit of gas needs to be able to get through that hole in the back of the burner, and that's what causes the burner to light. Now if that hole gets plugged up with food, grease, or whatever, you got a dirty stove and that hole's plugged up, that burner is not going to light. You'll be able to see the spark when you turn that burner to the light position. You'll be able to see the spark, you'll hear the gas come in, but that burner will not light. But if you hold a match to it, it'll light, it'll work just fine. That little bit of gas needs to get through that hole in the burner so that the spark can actually light it and let the whole burner ignite. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I hope this helps you out when you're troubleshooting one of your burners not lighting or all of your burners not lighting. 9 times out of 10, you're going to find the issue either with the igniter wiring harness, spark modulator, or just a dirty hole on one of your burners causing one of the burners not to light. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. By all means, hit the like button on this video. That helps me out. And thanks for watching.